guys, it's Kate and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be giving you guys a bookshelf / book collection tour. If you just want to get straight to the point, then you can skip to this time frame, but I think it would be beneficial to watch this quick explanation because I feel like I kind of need to explain how my collection works in order for you to fully understand. So I am not going to lie, I have a lot of books. I would be willing to bet that at least 60% of my books I have purchased secondhand from like library book sales or thrift stores, and maybe the other 40% are new. Maybe even like 70-30, but a majority of my books are used. And I also only have one full bookshelf, which you can kind of see behind me. It's the Billy bookshelf from IKEA. It only holds one genre of my books, so I kind of had to get creative on how to store the rest of my collection because I do not just read one genre. It is kind of scattered around my room and it isn't all one set bookshelf, so this might kind of even like be kind of like a room tour, except I'm only going to show you the parts with books. So it's kind of like one side of my room has some books and the other side has others. Sorry, maybe I'm overcomplicating this and maybe I should just get to the point, but I feel like if I didn't explain, you guys would be like, what is this? This is a mess. And yes, it kind of is a mess, but it's okay because I kind of like that aesthetic. I'll put some pictures from Pinterest of kind of like the vibe my bookshelves give because they're definitely not super neat. They're definitely a little unorganized at some parts. Yes, it is kind of chaotic, but that is okay. I think it turned out really good overall. I'm always redoing and reorganizing my shelves. Like honestly, that's one of my hobbies. Like if I'm bored, I will rearrange my entire book collection and it will take all day, but that's super fun. This is my current setup for the fall. Maybe next year I will change it again and I could even do like a video if you guys wanted to. Yeah, I think we should just get to the point, get to the video. Thank you guys for watching this little explanation if you did, because if you didn't, you might be kind of lost. But anyways, make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, and let's get into the tour. It might be helpful to give you guys an overview first before getting into all the little details. So here's how my room is. My bed is not made, I'm sorry, ignore that. But this is like one side of my room. So this is my closet. I have one shelf here, which is just like 3 little shelves. I have the Billy bookcase I was talking about, which is my biggest shelf. I have a 2x3 right here. I have some stacks on the floor, and I have this little nightstand, which has become another little book storage area. And we get to the other side of my room, which has a floating bookcase right here, another nightstand that has slowly become a book storage area, a little shelf right here, and then we have another little storage area here. I almost forgot, I also have another floating shelf here. As I said in the intro, it's kind of a lot, it's kind of everywhere, all over the place, but we're going to take it step by step. We're going to start on this side and work our way across and then like circle back around. So as I said, we are starting off on this side with this little 3-layered bookshelf. So actually I'll start on the wall by showing you guys. I have this little 6 of Crow print. Let me zoom out a little bit so the glare isn't like right on it. Sorry about that. All the main characters from the Grishaverse, which is a fantasy series that I really used to enjoy, and I still do. I haven't read it in a while. Then we have this All Too Well little print from Etsy as well. Super cute. It's like the short film. Back here I have my cowgirl hat that I wore for Halloween a few years ago. Then we have this little Shatter Me print from the Literary Loft. I absolutely love that Etsy shop. They have the cutest bookish themed artwork. And the reason that I decided to place it here is because I have my Shatter Me series directly underneath it, which I think Shatter Me is my favorite series ever. Like, it has to be. I love it so much. So I have all the books here in a stack, and then the final novella. Did you guys see she's making a spin-off about James? Like, that is so fun. Also, peep the little Aaron Warner bracelet that I made. Below that, we go to another favorite series of mine, which is Percy Jackson's. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's literally iconic. So, have the original box set right here. Heroes of Olympus in a variety of different covers. Some new, some old, some hardcover, some paperback. Yeah. Then we have this. I put this cute little like picture of them in this thing, so if you shake it, like the glitter goes everywhere, and I think it's so cute. I just kind of keep that right here. And then on the bottom shelf I have a couple of Magnus Chase books. the Kane Chronicles, and I don't know what this one is, Trials of Apollo, I think. This is gonna be a lot. So then we come to my biggest shelf of all, and that is my fantasy shelf. If you guys watched my last video, you would know that fantasy with a romance subplot is my all-time favorite genre, and I basically have an entire shelf dedicated to it. Not all of these are actually romantasy, they're just fantasy, but yeah, I have quite a few. It's a really bad angle and it's pretty hard to show, but up here on this top shelf, actually not all of those are fantasy. They're kind of like mystery, like Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I have that up there because it wouldn't fit anywhere else. I have the Dorothy Must Die series, which I have not read, The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, plus If We Were Villains, and the Me Before You series. Now on to our first actual fantasy shelf. So peep the little fall leaves up here, so cute. I have those a few different places in my room, but also this little jar that says fall vibes is so cute. But first we have a little stack of standalones, or I just have the first book of the series. Basically, I think that's this whole shelf, is they're either standalones, meaning they only have one book in the series, like it's not a series, or I just have one of the books in the series, if that makes any sense. I have this little ornament that I made at the library that has little strips of book quotes in it. I have my Tortured Poets Department CD by Taylor Swift. I have a few different Taylor Swift CDs dispersed on here. And yeah, I'm not going to go into depth on the books on this shelf, but yeah, you guys can pause to read the titles. Alright, here is our next shelf. Kind of the same thing as the last shelf in the sense that these are either standalones or I only have the first book in the series. So over here, I don't know why I kind of was like going for like a little color-coded vibe. Like these are all kind of green covers with a little green candle. Super cute. That candle smells so good, by the way. I have this little emotionally attached fictional characters sign, and then behind that, some more books, all fantasy, Cruel Prince, love that book. More in a stack. Oops, I did not mean to drop my little Convert. And then over here, these are all like black covers, and isn't this so cute? It's a little free library, but like a little figurine. I thought that was so cute. But yeah, some notable ones here. I read Dance of Thieves. I love Daughter of the Pirate King. And the rest I have not read yet. Below that, we have a little unique shelf because these are all my fairy tale retellings, which is a subgenre of fantasy that I think may be one of my favorites. Starting over here, we have Marissa Meyer, one of my personal favorite authors. So first we have a copy of Heartless, which is one of my favorite books ever, and it's a Queen of Hearts retelling, so I put this little Queen of Hearts thing on the book. And then we have these books, don't know what those are. More Marissa Meyer, Lunar Chronicles, another favorite series, so good. Renegades and Gilded are two other ones that she has. I made this little rock decoupage thing. I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's like a little gnome thing. I don't know, I thought it fit the vibe of like fairy tale retelling, especially next to my Land of Stories. One of the books is missing because it's on my TBR to reread, but shout out to this series for getting me into reading when I was like 12 years old. So good. Owe it all to this series. Chris Colfer, love you. Here's a quote from the series: "A villain is just a victim whose story hasn't been told." Love that quote. The spin-off that he made called Tale of Magic, graphic novel, other books. Yeah, and then behind this little Autumn is Here, Pumpkin Spice and Cozy Nights thing, I have more fairy tale retelling. So we have a Snow White one, a Peter Pan, I don't know what that is, Little Mermaid, don't know what that is, King Arthur, and then the, what are they called, Twisted Tales, and a few more. Coming down to the next shelf. This one I kind of just call my iconic series shelf. So like we have Twilight books, have not read them. Don't know why Mickey is up there, but hi Mickey. Crave, which is kind of a Twilight ripoff, I have heard. Not saying it's bad, but that's just what I've heard. Harry Potter, love Harry Potter. Cannot wait to rewatch the movies this fall because I rewatch them like every single fall. We have Harry himself right here. And then a while ago, I made these little pins for each of the houses. I'm a Ravenclaw. Comment what you guys are. And then my favorite quote from the series, I love it so much. Of course it is happening inside your head, Harry, but why on earth should that mean that it's not real? Like, if you really think about that, that is such a good quote. And then we have Hunger Games. I love Hunger Games. Even though it's dystopian, it didn't fit on my dystopian shelf, so I just moved it up here because it's iconic and kind of like in kind of the same way that Harry Potter and Twilight are. So I have 3 copies of the first book. I have Catching Fire, Mockingjay, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Love that movie. And then this random little book about the movies, I think. Okay, 2 more shelves in this shelf to go through. So this one is kind of like series, I guess. Oop, this is messed up. That should not be in that order. Okay, so we have 3 of the books in the Ember and the Ashes series. I believe there are 4 in total. Do not have the 4th one. Then we have a bunch of Cassandra Clare. I have not really gone into Cassandra Clare, but I got into the Infernal Devices and I loved it, so I think I'm eventually going to read these books and these ones and these ones. Yeah, it's a whole thing, you guys. If you know, you know. This is another decoupage that I made. It's like a jar with ferns and tissue to make it look like frosted. So cute. Let me move that out of the way so you guys can see the books. So we have the Immortal Instruments series, the Bane Chronicles, Infernal Devices, and what's it called? Last Hours. And then I have one of the book in the Dark Artifices series. But yeah, at some point my goal is to have this entire shelf be Cassandra Clare, but right now I only have like maybe like 60% of the books. I have a Infernal Devices mug with Tessa, Jem, and Will. I love that. I have a pin with them, and I have a Herondale little thing that I made. I have a couple of non-Infernal Devices, Cassandra Clare books. Like I have Kingdom of the Wicked, Hush Hush, The Wrath and the Dawn, Children of Blood and Bone, and I don't know what those are. And then I Speak Now. I know it's not Taylor's version. Obviously, I only listen to Taylor's version, but like this is the CD. In our final shelf, which is on the ground, I think I can maybe put the tripod down. First, we have the Raymond Cycle. I love that series so much. We have A Winter's Promise. We have the Nevernight series by J. Kristoff. Never read it. We have some of my Grisha verse. Also, Peep the No Mourners, No Funerals. If you can't tell, I had a little phase where I was making all these little canvases with book quotes. Should get back into that because I still have a few left. So we have 6 of Crows, the last and only good book in the, what's it called? Shadow and Bone. I have some, what is this called? House in the Cerulean. Oh, TJ Klune. Why could I not think of his name? We have this Happy Halloween sign, but I have to move it so you can see. I have my Stephanie Garber books, Caraval series, and then I have the first Once Upon a Broken Heart is on my TBR, so that's why it's not here currently, but normally it would be right next to this one. But then we have Ballad of Never After. We have the rest of the shelf is basically just Kira Cass. So we have the Selection series, The Siren, The Betrothed, and 1,000 Heartbeats, and then Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard because it didn't fit anywhere else. This is that entire shelf. Now we move over here. I'm gonna have to like move this thing where I put my outfits so that we can actually see the books. Let me start up here. So first we have my folklore poster. The lighting is making it really hard to see, sorry. We have, this came in the Tortured Poets department CD, and then I have 1989 CD on the wall. But this right here is where I keep my TBR stack. So these are all the books that I'm hoping to read in like September and October. Also have a little candy corn and a little orange candle that fits the fall vibe. And then this right here is just my memory box for the 24 to 25 school year. And then a Happy Halloween thing. And then debut. Also another leave thing. So these first 2 shelves are my dystopian books. So first we have the Maze Runner series, then we have The Darkest Minds, and then I don't know what this book is. Then we have the 100. We have Legend. Actually, this whole shelf is all just Marie Lu. I love that author. I have only read 1 series by her, but I own a bunch. So we have Legend, The Young Elites, love that series, Warcross, and Sky Hunter. Okay, moving down, we have another series that I have to thank for getting into reading, Divergent. That series is amazing. Then we have Uglies, have not read, The Program. We have some Lauren Oliver, I think that's her name. We have Matched. We have The Fifth Wave. And then now we get into, actually, I think, I was going to say sci-fi, but I think Scythe is technically dystopian. Then we have sci-fi, so like Illuminate, Aurora Rising series, The Martian, Ender's Game, Goldilocks, Overturned, and then we randomly get into mystery thrillers because I did not have enough room for them on my mystery thriller shelf. Alrighty, now we have these two stacks of literary fiction and historical fiction. Literary fiction and historical fiction. These are my mom's books. I don't know why they're there. They're not historical. But first we have my literary fiction stack. So on top I have this bucket. Don't know what I'm gonna do when it's not fall, but this is where I keep all my bookmarks. Oh shoot, stay. Please stay. Yeah, this, if you can't tell, this stack is a little tall and it's kind of wobbly sometimes. First we have Sally Rooney, some random ones, Frederick Bachman, a bunch of those. Yeah. Oh my god, this is like one of my favorite books ever. Same with this one, Mary Jane and Addie LaRue. Okay, we have Seven Husbands on display, as it should be, because that's my all-time favorite book. Just had a voice crack. Sorry guys, my voice is a little raspy because I am getting over like a cold. More Taylor Jenkins Reid, like I said, my mom's books, which do not fit there. And then these are all historical fiction. This is an actual mess, and I need to find some way to fix this because you cannot see any of the titles. I'm so sorry. But this is my mystery thriller section. The only ones you can really see are the stack of young adults. We have Natasha Preston, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and Holly Jackson. We have Ace of Spades on display because I think that cover is so cool. We have a pumpkin with some adult back here. More adult that you can't see. I'm so sorry. These like fake books from the dollar store that are like Halloween decorations. And yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't feel like taking this apart just so you can see the titles. But just know that there's a bunch of mysteries back here. I move from over here to, don't look at my bed, to this side. So at the end of my bed, I have all of my classics. So smart. I haven't read any of them. I do want to get into classics though. Like, I think that's so fun. Maybe this fall I will finally do it because I think classics give fall vibes. But yeah, I'm not gonna go through them all, but you can see the ones that are in the front. So then we move over here where I have ACOTAR and Bridget Kemmerer books because they didn't fit on the fantasy shelf. And then we have my nonfiction books. I'm not really going to go into depth about them. I have my Hamilton book and then just like memoirs, biographies, some US history for A pushed last year, Disney. Yeah, I'm not super into nonfiction, so I don't have very many. Then we have some of my YA contemporary romances. So more back here that you can't see. I'm so sorry. This little like house made of books that my mom made, that is so cool. My vision board for 2024. We have Adam Silvera, more Bridget Kemmerer. Those are her fantasy, those are her romance. So I thought that was like fun to put them next to each other. One of my favorite books ever. Go read it. It's so underrated. More random standalones. Yeah, and then some fall decorations and Mamma Mia, because Mamma Mia is the best. Okay, this is my final bookshelf, and it is my floating shelf. I absolutely love it. It's so cute. This might be my favorite part because like it's actually kind of organized unlike the rest. So up here we have my, I think all the way to about here is my adult romances. So we have, I don't know why I have 2 copies of One Day in December. We have Lucy Score, Mariana Zapata book. Like these all just kind of fit because like they're the same size, they're all pretty thick. And then some depressing books. Okay, then we have some like rom-coms, I guess, like The Wedding Date, The Hating Game. These are all Sarah Adams. And then we get into my pink books. I just wanted to make like a little pink book display because pink is my favorite color. Also my friend made me this like Lego pink book and it's so cute. A rose, and then yeah, more pink. Then we have Emily Henry and Ashley Poston, a stack of those, and Abby Jimenez. So just like authors staying together. Next we have Colleen Hoover. Don't love her, but she has some pretty entertaining books. So I have like most of them. And then this little Halloween bucket has all my tabs for annotating. Then have some little older books. So like Pretty Little Liars, Gossip Girl, John Green. Then we have my sad books. I literally have a whole section dedicated to depressing books. So 5 Feet Apart, the way I used to be, All the Bright Places. I love that book. If I Stay and Where She Went, if he had been with me, I Fell in Love with Hope, 1,000 Boy Kisses, and the new one. Need to read the new one. And then Binding and Keeping 13. Binding 13 is on the TBR over there. So then we have Nicola Yoon, some random ones. Yeah, oh yeah, by the way, after Colleen Hoover, we got into YA. So the rest are all YA. Okay, we have Jenny Han over here. So I have the TV show cover and then the original. These are so cute. I love the spines of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Also her other series, To All the Boys I Loved Before. We have some standalones. And then we get into my Alice Oseman. So I have Heartstopper. Guys, season 3 of Heartstopper comes out so soon and I cannot wait. I might make a video on it. So yeah, we have Heartstopper, volumes 1 through 5. 6 should be coming out soon. We have her other books that came in a box set. So Solitaire. I read Radio Silence recently and it was really good. I Was Born for This, Loveless, and then the novellas, Nick and Charlie, and This Winter. Okay, and then the rest are all just random YA contemporary romances. You guys can read the titles. I love Better Than the Movies. That is definitely my favorite YA romance. And that is it, actually. That brings us to the end of my bookshelf tour. Sorry, as the video went on, I think my voice progressively got worse. Thank you guys for sticking with me and seeing my book collection. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next Friday for my next video. Bye!